Why do sceneries matter? Let's find out. Before we begin, welcome to the channel and please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button to make sure you get notified of future releases. Today's topic is completely about sceneries. It's quite important to know how much attention to detail Microsoft has paid to. Attention to small details absolutely do matter. It's the little things that grasp the attention of people. When you pay attention to small details, it shows how much you care about your product that you're putting out. Asobo Studios has certainly spent a lot of time in integrating Bing Maps towards the simulator. Obviously, you can only be so detailed without experiencing slight issues with the delayed loading from frame rate drops. Some people focus mainly on gameplay and not focus on the building, but small details really make the effort stand out, even though it's small. The way the maps are set out on Microsoft Flight Simulator is really incredible. Let's compare this map with an Orbx map. One of the cities that have been chosen is Istanbul, a major city in Turkey that's an old city that reflects cultural influences of the many empires that once ruled here. It's a beautiful city. When this city under Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 shows clearly more details when zoomed in, that really adds more excitement to the simulator. Notice every detail in this picture, right away from the landscape to the trees to the grass to the building and also people who are walking around. Everything is so related. It doesn't show any disconnect within this frame. Look at the shadows in the side of the building as well as the sunlight falling on the building. Now that is really incredible. When you even look at the sunlight falling on the top of the dome on the side as well as construction areas in the side of this building, these are small details that add character to any frame for that matter. In reality, maybe a construction is going on or not, but a user who's trying to use Microsoft Flight Simulator can be more excited to see so much details into it. Notice the relation in this frame on how well the buildings are connected. That means it looks like a natural landscape. Clearly you can see that the landscape is getting a little higher on the right hand side. That shows the building slightly closer for a user to see the difference. Notice the amount of trees that are completely in this landscape. A few of the trees that grow in Turkey are Turkish hazel, cider cruz, and many more. If you notice a Turkey hazel, this is how it looks, and it looks pretty similar in this frame, right? Now that shows that Microsoft has paid attention to detail, trying to relate all these details to the city where they belong. We should really appreciate Microsoft to paying every attention to detail. Notice the way shadows are being placed on every building based on the direction of the sun. Now this is really incredible, guys. It's really incredible. Attention to every detail can be mind-boggling, but these are little things that can be observed by the human eye that really makes a user wonder if this is really a simulator or real life, which adds more excitement. This frame is from Orbx, Istanbul. Okay, let's be honest here, the plane looks excellent. No doubt about it. It looks great, it looks shiny, it's got all the feature aesthetics. Pretty much it looks nice. But if you look at the map, does it really look like a real map? While the placement of the buildings, the land, the water looks fine, the building details never add any reality to it. One of the aggravating parts on most of these sceneries under Orbx or XPlane is that buildings look the same pretty much in every city. Let's take for example, look at this frame right here. Except the landmarks, while they've done a decent job on it, have a look at each and every building. They look pretty similar, unless and until it's a township built by the same builder. We're really not sure about that fact. But if you look at the grey building right here, it looks pretty similar to the grey building right there except the rooftop, and the grey building right here, as well as the one behind the landmark. Have a look at the trees. While trees look a little okay, what about the land around the trees? What can a user really make of it? It looks like aerial imagery has been spoiled in a manner that it's not been placed well. Same as this picture too. Have a look at this. The placement of the buildings, the land, the water is very nice, no doubt about that. However, if you look at building details when you fly a smaller plane, it doesn't really add that excitement. Yes, it looks like you're flying over Istanbul. However, would the user really feel that you're in Istanbul when you're flying? Those are the little things that matter. The experience. Microsoft has done a great job in this. It pretty much gives users access to the entire planet. Pretty much spinning off the globe on an XCOM style world map, zoom into the airport that you like to start at, and you're ready to go. Imagine having 40,000 individual airports and also assets that not only include planet's 197 million square miles of land and water, but also 2 million cities. That is incredible. That is simply incredible. Let's take a look at Florence, Italy. It's a beautiful city, isn't it? It's the capital of Italy's Tuscany region and home to many masterpieces of Renaissance art and architecture. This is a real picture, by the way, and look at how many details are there in this single picture. You see that there are many shadows based on the direction of the sun, many colors of the rooftops, and also the beautiful landscape far behind. We're not expecting a realistic simulator right now, but at least it should be real enough for the user to enjoy, right? Have a look at these pictures, pretty much screenshots from XPlane. Well, we should appreciate the water that look real because of the reflection, the boat as well as the building. The building doesn't look real though. In this next frame, the placement of the land as well as the islands next to it and the water are fine. However, if you look at the building details, they're not really great in detail, even though Laminar Research has done a decent job on it. But does that add excitement to a user? Would a user really feel like sharing this with his or her friend to say how exciting it can be? Therefore, details really matter. Take a look at Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020's Florence video and look at how nicely placed they are and how realistic they look. In this specific shot, this is very interesting because we see the river in between and the bridges that look realistic. Every aspect of detail in the buildings below, not that they're completely detailed though, let's be honest, they are convincible. And look at the far landscape behind with the mountains and the clouds and the mountains behind those mountains. All these add sharpness to details, which really matter to any simulator. What is more interesting is in this specific frame, if you look at how beautiful this picture is, it's truly incredible. Pretty much everything is demonstrated in this picture alone. The plane looks exciting. We know exactly where the sun is shining from, the reflection, the details of the aircraft, the nose. It's quite real. When you look at the landscape, it clearly shows you the mountains far behind, the water, the direction of the wind because of the waves, the buildings that doesn't look the same when compared to other simulators, and also the parking lot right here. A user can pretty much count how many cars are there in the parking lot. These little details really matter. A user can see the difference and might get confused on whether or not are they in a simulator or real life. Those are the things that make a difference, and Microsoft here has played an amazing role to showcase their talents. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Happy 4th of July guys. Stay tuned for more updates coming up. There are a lot of things to talk about Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is just the beginning. Have a good rest of the day guys and stay tuned.